Alright guys, I'm back again. Nelly back at it again to discuss the Lemonade HBO special, right? So Beyonce dropped that on Tidal, hour-long special, and it's so many layers to this movie, if you will, right? So all the buzz about it, people were like, man, she basically served Jigga Man his divorce papers during this 1 hour, right? That's just surface thinking, right? But if you break this thing apart, dissect this thing to the core, and you do your research, there are so many layers. So you have Beyonce opens it up. She's doing poems by Malcolm X. I don't know if I'm pronouncing this poet's name right, but Warsan Shear. So she's doing poems and interludes in between the music videos, and she's opening up. She's walking through these gold doors, and it's like a flood of water coming through like this cathedral, if you will. And her question is, are you cheating on me, right? So she's basically in this docu-series portraying the water goddess, who's a Yoruba, I could be fucking this up, Yoruba goddess, Oshun, who basically is the goddess of sweet water, lemonade, love, sensuality, fertility, right? So Beyonce is like smashing windows, she's laughing and giggling walking down the street, and this is basically how Oshun appears to be, right? So she's like super sensual, super sexy, unpredictable though, like, you know, wrath, just like slaying and whatever, but also sexual in the same sense. So then you have the African part of it, where it's like the African diaspora, right? So you have Beyonce and her dancers in tribal gear. They're dancing. It's a bunch of voodoo. It's face painting. Then you have the backdrop of New Orleans, who plays that Creole part in it. She's doing African dances. Then you have the imagery of like strong women. There's only probably like maybe a scene with one man who's like playing the banjo or something, but this is like female empowerment. So Beyonce takes you from, are you cheating on me, the emotional roller coaster of that, and the realization that, okay, you know, my relationship might be over. So then you have a couple videos where she's just like angry, just like, you know, fuck you, just, you know, sorry, I'm crying. You can hear the emotion in her voice doing some of these songs. Her voice is crackling. It's like a flawed Beyonce, or character, if you will. Then you go throughout the video, and it's just like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna pick myself back up, because this is every day, right? We go through shit. We find healing in it. We go through it, and then we overcome it, and you know, you see the rainbow on the other side. She has appearances from Winnie Harlow, who was on America's Next Top Model, actors Zendaya, Quivan Janae, and Amanda Steinberg. You have the mothers of Trayvon Martin in there, Eric Garner, and Mike Brown. Serena is twerking. Like, it's all over the place, right? So she's not only showing homage to New Orleans and her roots, but she's also paying homage to the mothers of the guys that were shot down. So it's so amazing how months ago people were saying how, you know, Beyonce just doesn't talk about like black issues, what's going on in America, right? And now Beyonce, people are like, man, Beyonce's woke as fuck. You know what I mean? Like, she had the whole, she was at the Prince rally for Trayvon Martin. Now she has the parents in there. And, you know, she's paying homage to Nefertiti with the hair. You know, there are a bunch of, like, tribal, she has a bunch of girls in there with braids, afros. She has the, like, little beehive, Nefertiti look going on. And, the themes of this documentary, and I keep calling it a documentary, it's just really music videos, but to me it's a movie. Black empowerment, Black girl magic, like I said, I named all of those black women who are basically like strong in this film, basically showing you different phases of grieving. So you have intuition, emptiness, apathy. It's maybe like 12 different points of grieving. But then you start to see Jay-Z and Blue Ivy at the end. You even see, she has a song on the album called Daddy Issues. You even see Beyonce with Matthew Knowles when she was a child, and then fast forward to Blue Ivy and Matthew. And there are a bunch of rumors that Beyonce doesn't have a relationship with her father, but to see Blue Ivy and Matthew like playing around, it was like a little tender moment. And watching it, and I don't know if you agree with me, but watching this, certain parts of this were like, damn, like you felt like emotional, like you teared up a little bit, like, okay. The imagery and her voice and the pain at the same time, like the conviction that she actually conveyed was amazing. You also have an undertone of just her being proud of being black. Nina Simone is not in this movie, but there's a moment where she's playing like a Nina Simone album. And if you know about Nina Simone, she really stood for black empowerment. Also, at the end, after she was basically saying like, you cheated on me, I'm so hurt, fuck Becky's with the pretty hair, the long hair, you see her and Jay-Z basically, I don't want to say making up, but just shows a tender side, like, okay, even though you did me wrong, man and woman characters in this movie, I forgive you, and now we can move past my hurt. So it just shows you the evolution of like love and relationships, and how all of that shit is flawed and infidelity happens and people move on and can still be happy. And it also just shows you just how dope the black culture is, like how we're multifaceted, and how she's just not fucking up shit and lighting shit on fire and bashing out windows. This is her portraying a Yoruba goddess that most people have never heard about before. So check that out. And I just think that we had artists back in the day like Michael Jackson who did Smooth Criminal, and you know, he put out these thriller movies that were attached to just songs, but she's doing it with full out albums. And I wonder if it will motivate artists to come to, you know, to step their game up. Because nobody is doing what Beyonce is doing, and the level of the intent and the quality behind it is outstanding. Kudos to her. And I think with the imagery along with the album, the buzz that it has created is outstanding. And I think this might be like one of her best-selling albums to date, just because of the storyline that goes along with it. Let me know what you think. If you've seen it, if you have not seen it, yay or nay. Let's create dialogue underneath the video. This is your girl Chanel Loren. Spread love.